Okay, so I'm going to explain how to select a value from the drop down in Cypress. Here I have added it as a command, but if you want to directly select a value from the drop down in your script, you will have to first find out the drop down with the XPath like this. For example, if data layer is my drop down, I have given the export to find out the drop down, and then I am going to verify whether it is containing the data of the value that I am going to select. For example, if the data layer which I am trying to select is like stage, UAT or production, whatever is the data layer, then I am trying to verify whether it is first having the data value that I am trying to select for. So here I have made it as a dynamic value. I am taking it from the data JSON file. So it is data dot data layer, and whatever value I will give in the data JSON file, that will be passed into this parenthesis. Then option, open parenthesis, then you give the wrap option contains the data what we want to select, options of the first one, it will be the first one which we select, so it will click on that value. So you can verify whether it is containing the data that we have selected or not. So these three lines of code you can mention in your script directly and give your static value here instead of pulling it from the data JSON file. If you want to make it as a command, you can keep it as a command like this with your own name instead of select data layer. Or if you want, you can go for another option where you will give drop down or if you want, if you know exact the value which will be, once you click on the drop down value, if you know what exact value will be there, then if it is only two values available there, then if you can you just get the drop down value, click it, type down arrow and then type enter. If you want to do one more down arrow, you can mention one more down arrow here and then click on enter like that. This is case where you know exact values of the drop down, and like the listing of the drop down values, like maybe 1 2 3 are there, and then you know the you have to select two, and you can just do one down arrow and then you can click on enter, which will be like 2. If you want 3, you can do two times of this down arrow and then you can click on enter. Otherwise it is best to go with the dynamic of what I have been telling, like the value which it contains, and then click on it. Then you verify whether the drop down is containing the data that we want it to be having. Hope this will be helpful. If any questions, just ping me or comment. Thank you.